How to fight team pessimism. When your team is feeling pessimistic, it doesn't usually serve very well. It keeps productivity low, which as leaders, we want it to be as high as possible. It also often keeps employees from going the extra mile because they're so concerned about messing up. They're walking on eggshells and they're thinking about protecting their own silos or their own roles and not really about the broader team or the broader organization. So it pays to help your team feel more optimistic. Now, the first step in this process is to help your team get their negativity, their pessimistic thoughts onto paper. In your next staff meeting, say, hey, let's write all the possible negative scenarios, get them on paper right now, schedule this for 1 or 2 minutes, set the timer on your phone, and then have them write all of this stuff down. And that alone, by the way, can help increase the negativity to more pessimist, or help the pessimism go to a more optimistic level. Now, after it's on paper, take one of these 4 strategies and put it to use. Number 1, evidence. A lot of times we have these negative thoughts and they don't have a factual basis. So check the facts. You might find an opportunity there to turn a negative, pessimistic thought into a more positive perspective. Number 2 are alternatives. What are the other possibilities from this? Is this all doomsday, or are there other opportunities that could possibly come from this that we haven't even discovered yet? You can ask them, well, what opportunity does this happen to represent? That is like a kung fu move, a ninja style move that you can do with your team to turn a negativity bias, a pessimistic thought into a more positive thought. Number 3 are the implications. Help them decatastrophize by asking, well, what's the worst that can happen? And by the way, let them go a couple times with this when you say, what's the worst that can happen? And then what? And then what? And then what? And then what? And sometimes the negative, pessimistic perspective gets so absurd, everyone has a laugh about it, and the optimism level raises. The 4th thing is usefulness. Ask them, do we really need to have a perspective on that? Are you worrying about things or having a pessimistic thought about things that are so far outside of your control that it's just not worth worrying about? So again, evidence, alternatives, implications, and usefulness. Try one of those strategies in your next meeting. Notice how you can raise a pessimistic team's perspective into an optimistic winning perspective.